Hey, okay, so I would like to take a minute today and talk to you guys about author's purpose. And you probably heard of this before. So when we talk about author's purpose, most often we're talking about persuade, inform, entertain. And what we want to know is what it is the author is trying to do. Why did they write this? Are they trying to get us to believe something, to convince us of something, to get us to do something? If they are, that's persuasion. Are they just trying to give us facts? Are they trying to teach us something? That's informing, okay? Or is it just a fun story written for enjoyment with characters and setting and plot and all of those things? If that's the case, then they're trying to entertain us. So we're going to go through a PowerPoint and practice some of these, and hopefully you'll be really good at author's purpose by the end of this. Okay. That was the wrong button. We're going to try this again. Now I have the right button. Okay. This is my PowerPoint on author's purpose. We're going to go through it. So author's purpose, the reason an author writes something. It's good to think about why an author is writing something, because it kind of helps you understand why they're doing what they're doing, and it helps you kind of be a critical thinker. Like, are they trying to make me believe this? It's a good thing to think about. So it is as easy as PIE. By PIE, they mean PIE, persuade, inform, entertain. So if they're writing to persuade, the author wants to convince you to do something or to think a certain way. So for example, vote for me. Political speeches, advertisements, which are like commercials, anytime they're trying to get you to buy something, that is an advertisement. Or a letter can even be persuasive if you're trying to change someone's mind, if you're trying to convince them. And then they have an example of a sign here that says recycle, help keep our earth healthy. They want you to do that. So they are trying to persuade you. Sometimes the author is just trying to inform. So this is the author gives you information, facts about a topic. We read it to learn. So if it's just facts and they're not necessarily trying to get you to do anything, they just want to share information, then they're probably trying to inform you. So a lot of nonfiction is written to inform. Your textbooks, like your social studies book, encyclopedia, some news articles are also written to inform. But it's important to know the difference between an article that's written to inform, that is just giving facts, and an article where the author has picked a side and they want you to be on their side. That's persuading. And then to entertain is the third author's purpose here. Sometimes the author just wants to amuse you. They want you to have fun. We read it for fun. We read for enjoyment. All of your stories that have characters and a plot and a problem and a solution, that's entertaining. Okay? Fiction, chapter books, poetry, and folk tales are all written to entertain. Now, to explain is a little bit different than to inform. So with explain, they will usually be giving you steps. So a how-to book, right? How to cook on your grill. A manual would come with something you buy, like a car, or it could even be a blender, and it will show you how to operate the thing you bought. Cookbooks often give steps. They list directions. Science, if they're telling you how to create a volcano using baking soda and vinegar, then they're giving you a how-to. They're explaining how to do it. Okay, this book, The Big Red Barn, and they give you a sample page. By the Big Red Barn in the Great Green Field. That sounds like a setting. If this is the type of story that has a setting and characters, what is the author's purpose? Okay, it has illustrations. There's a story with a setting. It's fiction. That story was written to entertain. Okay, now we have a very different piece of writing here. It looks like an article. It's called Animal Habitats. It tells you right down here a fun fact, right? They have lots of words that they want you to know. And you also see lots of other text features like bold print. So I'm thinking this is a lot of facts about animals and their habitats. Photographs, not pictures. Facts about animal habitats, text features like bold words, photographs, captions, titles. Those are all text features, and just the fact that it's nonfiction tells us that this was written to inform. Okay. The McLean Deluxe, it's 91% fat-free. Give me a big juicy burger with lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mustard, pickles, and onions. Hold the fat. So they don't come right out and say it, but what they want you to do here is buy that hamburger. It's an advertisement. They have a photograph of the product that they want to sell. It's trying to convince you to buy something. So that purpose would be persuade. Okay, how to train a puppy. How to should be a clue here. And it should also, we should also just pick up on the fact that this is going to give me steps or directions. So if we're trying to teach you how to do something, that is to explain. Okay. Is How to Train a Dragon a how-to book? Well, I don't think that story actually provides you with steps on how to train a dragon. Okay, and it's fiction. There are characters, setting, plot. So that falls under entertain. Okay, first book, The State of Australia's Birds, 2008. Does this look like something that was written to persuade, inform, or entertain? I would go with inform. Okay, if you give a moose a muffin, a story, it's going to be fiction, right? Funny situation going on. They're not trying to get you to buy anything. It doesn't look like it's going to inform me of facts. Yeah, I would say that was written to entertain. Inform, entertain. Okay. What's the purpose of these? Eat fruit, be healthy. Do they want you to do something? I think they do. They want you to eat fruit. I guess we could say that they're giving us information about fruit a little bit. They're telling us that it's healthy, but I think the main idea here is just that they want us to do something. Persuade. Okay, on the next poster, we have Planet Earth going through the seasons. Are they trying to get us to do something? Are they giving us facts? Is this a fun story? If we think about it, I think we will probably decide that this is mostly about facts. Okay. A comic book called Gulliver's Travels. Are they trying to get us to do something? Give us facts, amuse us, entertain us, or teach us how to do something? Well, comic books are really just for fun. So I would go with entertain. This looks like a cookbook for desserts, Crumble Bumble's Pie. Okay, so that I would expect that there's going to be directions on how to make this. And if that's the case, they're not really trying to persuade us to make it. They're not giving us facts about cheesecake outside of what's in it. It's definitely not entertaining. There are no characters. The best choice there would be explain. They're explaining how to make the foods in that book. Recipes. Recipes are step-by-step directions. Okay. Choose the example that matches the purpose. Persuade. Trying to get us to do something. Would that go with a nonfiction magazine? So that would look like that Animal Habitats article, an advertisement, that hamburger poster, or a comic book. I think the best choice for persuade would be to try to get you to buy something. Okay, they want you to do that. Which of these would be to inform? A political speech. A political speech is a speech where they're trying to get your vote. Okay, so they want you to do something. They want you to vote for them. A chapter book. Chapter books usually have characters and settings and problems. Or a book about the water cycle. Well, this sounds to me like this will probably be facts. So if I was going to pick one for inform, I would pick that. The middle chapter book would be entertain, and the political speech would be persuade. Okay. Which of these is to entertain? A fairy tale, a television commercial, or an encyclopedia? 5 seconds to think about it. Okay, I hope you made your mind up. For entertain, fairy tale. Okay, that's going to have character like Cinderella. She's going to have a problem where she loses her glass slipper, and it's going to be solved. A television commercial probably wants us to buy something, probably persuade. Encyclopedias have articles and facts about pretty much everything under the sun. That would be inform. Oops. So science experiments explain. If we did an experiment with 2 plants, put one in the dark, kept one by the window in the light, it would explain to us why or what happens if plants don't get sun. If you looked at the directions for that science experiment, it would also tell us how to do that experiment. A poem will always be entertained. Okay, a chapter book, I think, would also be entertained. Okay, some short samples now. The Nile River is the longest river in the world, over 4,000 miles long. In ancient times, people settled along the river. The rich soil was good for growing crops, irrigation. A system for bringing water to dry land was used to water the crops. The river played an important role in farming. Okay, did it try to get us to do something like move to the Nile? Not really. Were there characters with a problem? I would say no. This was information about the Nile River. Okay, dear Mom and Dad, I know you said that I wasn't old enough yet to have my own dog, but I believe that I am. This summer I work jobs in the neighborhood to make my own money. Also, I am in charge of taking care of the class pet. Lastly, I walk with Ben and his dog every afternoon. I am ready for my own dog. Okay, is this author trying to get his parents to do something? Yeah, he wants him to buy a dog. Does he give a lot of facts about a dog? Not really. You could say that he's a character, Tom could be a character, and the problem could be that he wants a dog. But I would say that the main idea of this letter that we just read was, Dear Mom and Dad, please get me a dog, which makes it persuade. Okay. Once upon a time, there lived a young boy named Samuel and his father. The two worked all day, every day on their modest farm. They owned very little, and life was not easy. One day, Samuel was tilling the soil when his hoe hit something hard. Little did he know his life was about to change forever. Well, this sounds like a story with characters. Samuel is a character. His father is a character. They work very hard, but they don't have a lot. Sounds like a problem. They find something mysterious in the field. Sounds kind of exciting. This is a pretty entertaining story. Okay. Lemonade popsicles, ingredients, these things. Here's what to do. First combine, then pour the lemonade into cups, then put them in the freezer. This is giving you steps. Steps goes with to explain. Okay, we're going to stop there. So there will be an assignment for you to finish on Seesaw to go with author's purpose. Just remember that. Persuade means they want you to do something. Inform is facts. Entertain are the stories with plots, characters, solutions. They're just for fun. Okay, thank you.